Alright, let's do a quick recap on CODX. CODX is a virus sector play. This is the multi-month. It's really interesting because on the multi-month chart you can see that it's actually creating some technical analysis that you see on a daily chart, just an intraday chart of something that's hot, where it'll have the morning spike, it'll pull back, it'll recover in the afternoon, and then it'll continue up to test the morning highs and potentially break out. Except this is forming on a multi-month scale, so it's incredibly interesting to me, and I like it a lot, and that's why I was watching it today. Kind of draw the TA. So I noticed that it had recently kind of broken out of this ascending triangle. It had 2 days, pretty good. I mean, these 2 days right here, pretty good days. They were holding its gains. It was holding the breakout, and I was looking for a third day surge. So that's why I was watching it this morning. Now I could have played this much better, but CODX always gives me a hard time for whatever reason. It's a bit choppy. I just have a hard time with it. So anyways, I took 500 shares at 17.53 just right out the gate. Had a little micro pullback, and then I took the flag up, and then I held it for a reasonable amount of time. I feel like locked in a pretty good win. Sold it at 18.33. I like it. You know, it's a $400 play. I took small size just because in the morning, I'm not strong in the morning than in the afternoon, and I just wasn't sure if this was actually going to pull off a rip, so I just took small size. That's fine. I could have taken some of these dip buys, but I just wasn't really comfortable with the way the TA was forming. It just felt really choppy and unpredictable to me. I felt like I didn't really have an edge, so I just waited. See, I tried to take 500 shares at 18.37. I ended up selling that at 18.27, so I took a loss here. This just wasn't good. It was intraday, and based on the TA, I mean, I feel like it just wasn't that great. The probability that it would have went right there, just maybe not too good. And then I also tried it one more time. This was a break-even trade. Just got out of the way when I felt like the surge wasn't happening. I don't mind this. It could have surged right here. But anyways, I see it pull back. It hits off VWAP, and then it starts to come up real fast. And you know, I kind of saw it late. It would have been better to maybe take this 18.25 or 18.35 on the bounce back up. Saw it kind of late, so I bought 1,000 at 18.40 and 1,000 at 18.43. I still like it just because the momentum, it just felt very nice to me, and this is kind of like a false breakdown squeeze type thing, and I felt comfortable enough to take it. I had a sitting limit at 18.89, which I did not get hit, and I really don't even think it hit 18.89. It was more, yeah, so anyways, I didn't get hit on that, which was disappointing because when it came down, I didn't really like my 1840 entry, and I could just lock up $600, so that's what I did. I sold 2,000 shares at 1870 to lock up that $600 win, and I didn't really want to sit in this on this downtrend hoping it just doesn't crash and burn on me. You know, that's not what I'm trying to do. So really happy I just locked it up. Took two more, basically a small win and a small loss, so just they canceled each other out right here, because I was expecting it to continue and break out further. Now, when it fails to do so and tanks pretty hard all the way back down to 18, it is a good dip buy, but at the same time, this was really scary to me, and I just was not sure But to think about it, it kind of threw me off, to be honest. It was really scary. It completely breaks trend pretty much, and yeah, it threw me off. It threw me off, and you can see it. It did. My reaction was I didn't touch it. I froze up on it because it did throw me off quite a bit, and I was uncomfortable. So it took me a while to kind of get comfortable again, which is stupid because it provided some really nice entries, but really I just didn't know if it was going to dump again like that, and I didn't want to be in if it was weak. Anyways, it does end up recovering and just going on a really nice uptrend, which I was. It's kind of one of those uptrends where you're like, should I buy it? Should I buy it? Should I buy it? And then it just keeps going up without you. And so that's what happened to me. Didn't get involved at all and kept second guessing it. But it did, once this had a false breakdown and held this higher range, I was much more comfortable to start going for it again, especially, and this really just comes down to the multi-month chart. I know that this has massive potential, and that's why I'm willing to take it at these higher prices, because I do think that we could eventually break out of the multi-month cup, and that would, that could be huge. So that's why I'm still going for it in these high 19s. Low 19s here. I took 1,000 at 1920, just micro scalped it, got out at 1935, mostly because you're playing with fire when you get in at 1920 on this big candle up. I wanted 10 or 15, and I got a high fill, so I just took a scalp sell at 1935, locked up $150. I completely missed this surge from 1935 to 20. I didn't see it coming. I just didn't really think it was going to do that, and really threw me off. So I completely missed it. A little disappointing, but it is what it is. I made up for it with 2 more scalps. Really happy with this scalp here. It was a scary price range, but I mean, look at the TA. Look at that formation. Look at the descending volume. I mean, just look at that. It's just beautiful, It's just a beautiful development. I was very comfortable with this development. I took 1,000 shares at 1989, and I sold it at 2028 or 2027, whatever. Yeah, so that's a great win. $370. Very happy with that. And again, it's like, if you get proper development, even though it's a higher price, it had proper development, which I was even more comfortable with than some of the lower price ranges. So, that development probably my favorite of the day. Very nice. And then I took one more, again, double bottom, false breakdown, micro triangle. So I'll zoom in here. Alright, so double bottom, false breakdown, get a micro triangle right here, take it on the way up, bought 1,000 at 2020, and then I was waiting to see if we get a nice breakout to maybe test 21, but it got stuffed really hard, and I wasn't going to mess around because it is getting quite overextended. So I sold it at 2042. I tried to get out at like 2050, but I got a late fill on the way down. So, you know what? Still $220. I'll take that. Overall, how would I say I traded this? Mediocre at best. I'm not sitting here saying I did amazing on it. I think it was pretty mediocre. I took the trades I felt safe taking. I locked in profits the best I could. I guess my critique for myself is it has such a strong multi-month pattern that I probably should have actually taken some bigger size at the 753 original entry. I could have taken perhaps 1,000 shares, sold 500, and then just let 500 roll for the all-day uptrend. That sounds a lot better to me. I mean, yeah, it's in hindsight. We can see the results now, but still, it's something to think about. the low entries, just taking a big size and maybe selling half, letting half roll for the whole day. That's a strategy I might start implementing. So anyways, video is a little over 10 minutes now. I knew that this video would probably take a little longer to explain just because I made so many trades on CODX. But very cool to see this momentum. And again, look at this chart. In the next few days, if we get a breakout over the high 2180, who knows? Could see $30 a share. That being said, I'm just going to look for good development on the days to come. I'm not going to force any trades. I'm not going to hold and hope. Just going to take the trades I feel like I have an edge. So anyways, guess I should mention today, really good day for me, $2,200. Awesome day. Hope everybody else is having a pretty good day too. And if you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.